If you are anything like me, you struggle with having enough hours in the day to get everything done that you need to get done. And I totally get it. I have a family, I run 2 businesses, I work out 5 days a week, I get 20,000 steps in a day, I like to get in the sauna 4 times a week, I like to have a little extra time for myself to read or do anything else that I like to do. I also have this YouTube channel now, and I cook all of my meals every day, 3 meals a day. So there's a lot to get done every single day of the week, but I've implemented a few changes into my life that have really made a huge difference for me, and I'm sharing those with you today. But first, I'm Holly, and I love growing e-commerce businesses. That is my passion, and I want to share tips with you on how to start an e-commerce business, how I manage my time for running e-commerce businesses, and that is just a huge passion of mine that I'm here to share with you. So let's dive into the top 5 changes I've made in my life to gain a few more hours in the day. Tip number 1 is important items. Think about when you lay down at night and your head hits that pillow. What are the things that if you accomplish that day would make you feel good going to sleep that night? Would make you feel like you accomplished things that day, make you feel fulfilled? These are kind of pillars in your life that you need to identify so that you know that these are the things that need to be done every single day, non-negotiable. For me, this is spending time with my family, getting my steps in, getting a workout in, and working on my business. Those are 4 main pillars for me that I need to accomplish every day to really feel fulfilled and like I really accomplished something that day. So this could be going on a hike, taking your dog to the park. It doesn't necessarily have to be things that move the needle forward in your business. It just needs to be things that make you feel fulfilled and happy. Really take some time with this and think of 2 to 4 items that would really make you feel good at the end of the day having these items done. Tip number 2 is make a daily to-do list. Every Sunday, I pull up the notes section on my phone and I have each day of the week put into my notes section. Under that, I put in bullet points for each item that needs to be crossed off for the day. I start with the things that were included on my important items list, and then I build it out from there. So at the top of the list, because I normally work out in the morning, do sauna in the morning, and start getting my steps in the morning, I list those 3 things, and then I also include under it 2 to 3 things that absolutely need to be done that day. So these can be a tax appointment, a hair appointment, or just something within your business that you need to make sure that you get done that day. It can be anything, just 2 to 3 items that are your most important items. And then under that, I start adding in more items. I can sometimes have a list of 5 to 10 items under my 2 to 3 important items, because if they're just short little errands I have to run or quick little things that need to be done, I just like to list everything out because it's going to clear out your mind so that you can think about other things. That way you don't have to think every single day about what you need to get done. I know for me, I was starting to spend a lot of time just circulating the same thing in my brain over and over. And so it would make it feel like I had more to do than what I actually had to do because my brain just kept repeating these same things over and over. So by getting them written down, you're clearing out your brain and giving yourself space to think about what really needs to be thought about that day. Now, when you're listing out these extra items under your 2 to 3 must-do items, these are things that you would like to accomplish today, but they could be pushed off until the next day. So a lot of times I don't complete this list necessarily. I get done my workout, my steps, the sauna, and then I work on my 2 to 3 items, cross those off, and then whatever time I have left in the day, that's when I start to tackle those extras. And whatever I don't have crossed off by the end of the day, I just move to the next day or move to later in the week. Tip number 3 is morning routine. I have become a morning routine junkie. I used to hate schedules, and now I absolutely love schedules. If I don't have a routine for the morning, my productivity just plummets for the day. Now, this will change based on the season I'm in. So right now my daughter is out of school for summer and I don't set an alarm. Right now I really value sleep. So we're staying up a little bit later at night, and that means I can sleep in a little bit more in the morning. So I don't set an alarm. I wake up whenever I wake up. So some days my morning routine can start at 5:30 a.m. Sometimes it can start at 7:30 a.m. And I'm pretty type A when it comes to my morning routine. So this has definitely taken some getting used to, but I definitely place sleep as the highest priority in my life, so I definitely take the sleep when I can. Now when school starts again, I'll be getting up at 5:30 every day, and I'll be able to have a little bit more structured morning routine, so things will change a little bit based on the season that you're in possibly. But right now my morning routine looks like getting out of bed, brushing my teeth, doing all of those things. Then I immediately start cooking eggs, cooking breakfast, and as soon as I'm done eating breakfast, I go right into my workout, and then right after my workout, I get the sauna done, because that is one thing that if I don't do right away after my workout, it doesn't get done, and it's something that's really important to me. Then I go rinse off and jump on my treadmill and start working. So by the time lunch comes, I like to have my workout done, the sauna done, half of my steps done, work started, and usually I have a gratitude practice or a self-improvement practice that I do. Again, in the summer, this is a little bit more relaxed, and I'll sometimes do it in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening. But that's also something that I regularly do. It's just not really structured with time right now, which it will be more that way once school starts again. I think it's really important to get 3 to 4 of those really important tasks crossed off before noon, because if it goes much later in the day, I know especially for me, I start to worry about getting them done, or I'll procrastinate and they'll get pushed off until much later in the day, and then I'm doing them all at night trying to get everything done. So it's just best for me to cross off those really important tasks right away in the morning. Then no matter what happens the rest of the day, if something comes up, you've accomplished those things that are really important to you, so that when you go to bed at night, you feel good. Tip number 4 is multitask. Now, I know that we've all been told not to multitask, but I am talking about time management at its finest. I used to wake up and make breakfast, and while my eggs were cooking or my toast was cooking, I would sit down and I would start scrolling on my phone. Not only did this lead to more procrastination, but I was throwing away windows of time where I could really be doing things to move my day forward. So now while my breakfast is cooking, I go back and make my bed, or I'll wash up some dishes from the night before that were left over. I'll do anything I can that will clean up my kitchen, clean up my house, make me feel better, and just move my day forward in a positive way. Another great example of multitasking is getting my 20,000 steps in a day. I bought a standing desk and a treadmill that goes underneath the desk. That has been the best investment I have ever made. While I'm working for 2 to 3 hours during the day, I get on my treadmill and walk the whole time, and I'm easily getting 20,000 steps every day. Now, I still love to go for walks outside, but this treadmill comes in so handy on rainy days or days when I have so much work to get done and I don't have time to go outside for a walk, but I still want to get my steps in. Even when I'm working out, I'll get to the last 3 sets that I have of my workout. Then I would go turn on the sauna and sit there for 10 to 15 minutes scrolling on my phone, waiting for the sauna to warm up. And there's so many ways to maximize your time throughout the day while you're doing other tasks. Just look for these areas in your life where you can really maximize your time and be multitasking to save yourself some time. Tip number 5 is outsourcing. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the hardest one for me, but it's also the one that will give you the most time back in your day. Now, I understand that not everyone is in a position to hire people to do things for them. I've definitely been at points in my life where I haven't been able to afford to hire someone to help me out with tasks. But as soon as I could, I realized the value of hiring to get tasks off your plate. A few of the things that I've hired for is someone to do all of my yard work. I've hired for snow removal. I've hired someone to do packaging and shipping within my business. And I recently just hired someone to do the thumbnails and also video editing for my YouTube channel. That last one was the hardest for me. And that's because I've bootstrapped all of my businesses. So I've only started hiring people within businesses once money starts coming in. And with YouTube, obviously I have no money coming in right now. So kind of thieving some funds from other businesses to put into this has been a little bit hard for me, but I have also saved an immense amount of time by hiring the video editing. When I first started this channel, I was editing all of the videos myself, and I ended up spending probably 8 to 10 hours a week editing one video. And with running 2 other businesses, it just wasn't feasible for me. But it was really hard for me to justify hiring someone and paying someone to edit these these videos. It's a lot easier to justify that cost when money's coming in. For instance, in my previous businesses, I did all of the packaging, all of the shipping, and it really took a toll on me. Even when money was coming in, I still was doing the packaging and shipping, and I should have outsourced that a lot sooner, because if I had outsourced that a lot sooner, I could have used my time to grow the business even better and even faster. And I really bottlenecked myself by doing all of the packaging and shipping myself. So for my new business, as soon as I started making money, I hired someone right away. And that's allowed me to really focus on growing my new business and staying in the lane that I should be in. I'm saving 3 to 4 hours probably every day by not packaging, and that's 3 to 4 extra hours that I can be growing my current business or growing a new business. And same with YouTube. By hiring someone to do my video editing, that's probably saved me 1 to 2 hours a day, and that's a huge amount of time. So for right now, that is totally worth it to me to hire someone to edit these videos and use that time in a different way. I definitely like knowing how to do everything within all of my businesses, and even with YouTube, I find it really beneficial to know how to edit a video if I need to, and know how to do a thumbnail if I need to. But as soon as you learn those skills, and it's a skill that someone else can do, and usually do it better than what you can, you should definitely try to pass those jobs off. This is gonna open up way more time for you to focus on areas that you should be focused on. I hope these tips are going to help you organize your day a little bit better and accomplish way more in a day. I can't believe how much I've been able to accomplish now that I have implemented some of these tips. If you're looking for more business and life tips, be sure and check out this video that I did on finding your why.